Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Saima Rashid and today I am giving the presentation on the structure of hemoglobin. The word hemoglobin is a combination of two words, heme and globin. Heme is a Greek word which means blood, while the globus is a Latin word which means ball and sphere. Hemoglobin is a protein in the red blood cells that binds oxygen in the lungs and carries the oxygen to the tissues. Mitochondria is very important for heme synthesis. Before going to the further description, I would like to give a brief summary regarding the structure of hemoglobin, how it was being identified by different scientists. 1825, John Friedrich Engelhardt discovered that the ratio of iron to protein is identical in hemoglobin of several species. From the known atomic mass of iron, he calculated the molecular mass of hemoglobin, known to be the first determination of the protein's molecular mass. Gilbert Smithson later on confirmed Engelhardt results in 1925 by measuring the osmotic pressure of hemoglobin solution. The oxygen carrying property of hemoglobin was described by Hunefeld in 1840. Later on, in 1959, Max Perutz determined the molecular structure of hemoglobin by X-ray crystallography. In 1962, he was awarded Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his studies regarding the structure of globular protein. What is the structure of hemoglobin? Hemoglobin has a tetrameric structure. It is made up of 4 subunits, 2 alpha chains and 2 beta chains that are bound together. Each subunit contains a heme group that can bind 1 molecule of oxygen. Hemoglobin in the blood carries oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body, that is the tissues. There it releases the oxygen to permit aerobic respiration, to provide energy, to power the function of organism in the process called metabolism. A healthy individual has 12 to 20 gram of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. In mammals, the proteins makes up about 96% of the red blood cells dry content by weight and around 35% the total content including water. Hemoglobin has an oxygen binding capacity of 1.34 ml of oxygen per gram, which increases the total blood oxygen capacity 70-fold compared to the dissolved oxygen in the blood. The hemoglobin molecule can bind up to 4 oxygen molecules. Less than 0.1 second is required for oxygenation. Now, the structure of hemoglobin. Before going to the complete structure, hemoglobin is a type of conjugated protein in the blood. It has a protein part which is globulin and a non-protein part which is heme, which is a pigmented part. Globin protein part consists of polypeptide chain. It consists of 2 alpha and 2 beta chains. Alpha 1 has 141 amino acids and alpha 2 has another 141. So the total amount of amino acids in alpha chain is 282. Beta 1 chain has 146 and beta 2 chain has again 146. So the total amount of amino acid in beta chain is 292 amino acids. The total amount of amino acids in the globin is 574 amino acids. Now the structure of heme. This is the heme structure. As we all know, heme is a non-protein but a pigmented part of hemoglobin. It consists of iron, which is in ferrous form, and porphyrin, which is tetrapyrrole. Heme group consists of 4 porphyrin, that is tetrapyrrole, held in a heterocycle ring containing nitrogen attached to the ferrous ring. These tetrapyrrole is attached to ferrous ion through methane bridges. There are 8 side chain, 4 methyl, 2 vinyl, 2 propionic acid. In one hemoglobin molecule, 4 polypeptide chains, 4 globin chains, 4 heme part, 4 ferrous ions. Oxygen will be attached 4 times at 4 different parts to hemoglobin molecule. So in one hemoglobin, oxygen will be attached 4 times. Facts regarding hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a quaternary structure. 65% of hemoglobin is synthesized in the erythroblast. 35% of hemoglobin is synthesized at the reticulocyte stage. Heme synthesis occurs largely in the mitochondria, while the globin synthesis occurs in the polyribosomes. One RBC is having 250 million of hemoglobin. One hemoglobin is attaching 4 molecules of oxygen. So one RBC will be carrying 1000 million oxygen molecules. This is the oxygen dissociation curve. This is showing the relationship with oxygen partial pressure along the horizontal axis and oxygen saturation on the vertical axis. This is in form of S-shaped sigmoid curve. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are transported in the blood as a result of changes in the blood partial pressures. This curve is an important tool for underlying how our blood carries and releases oxygen. The oxygen hemoglobin dissociation curve relates oxygen saturation and partial pressure of oxygen in the blood and is determined by hemoglobin affinity for oxygen. That is how readily hemoglobin acquires and releases oxygen into the fluid that surrounds it. Thank you. That was all about the structure of hemoglobin. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.